Hi, this is Nancy Mansell coming to you from C&M Behind the Glass. Next up, we're going to be adding and subtracting rational expressions. Okay, remember, rational just means fraction. And what do you have to have in order to add fractions? Well, you have to have a common denominator. Let's have a look at this one. I do not have a common denominator here, but if this was multiplied by 4, then I would have a common denominator. Remember that anything over itself is 1, so it's perfectly acceptable to do that. 5 times 4 is 20. 2p times 4 is 8p. Plus 3 over 8p. Now I have a common denominator. I can keep the denominator and add the numerators. Good. This one's a little more complicated. Let's see. R and r minus 3. I do not have a common denominator. So what is the common denominator going to be? Actually, the common denominator is r times r minus 3. So what part of the common denominator is this missing? It's missing the r minus 3 part. Anything over itself is 1, so it's perfectly acceptable to do that. And what part is missing from the common denominator over here? Well, that would be the r part. So let's put r over r. Because again, anything over itself is 1, so it's perfectly acceptable to do that. All right, 6 times r is 6r, and 6 times negative 3 is negative 18. Since I now have a common denominator, r times r minus 3, I can just put it all under the same denominator, minus 5r. Now, on the top, do you see any like terms? 6r minus 5r is r, minus 18 over r times r minus 3. Okay, one more time, I'm going to ask you that same question. Can I cancel these r's right here, r and r? Can I cancel those? Again, the answer is no, and for the same reason. This minus sign right here is keeping us from canceling, okay? Good job. Now we're going to subtract one. It'll be a little